Oke, welcome back di channel Antipod. Sekarang gue mau quest ya. Questnya siapa sih? Lupa gue. Quest Belobog. Nggak ada apa-apanya, cok. Bentar. Yang pengen gue bawa tuh siapa aja sih? Ini udah bisa di-upgrade lagi kah? Shit. Kalah, ini aja bagus kali. Dia tuh dari kosnya berapa sih? 100 ya, masa dari ini. Ya nggak masalah, namanya juga Bikin.
Hey, did you hear about our next stop? It's a world called Penacony. I hear it's a beautiful, dreamy place. I'm so excited. But Pom-Pom said the banquet we were invited to is still a little ways off. What can I do to pass the time?
Kegedean kagak sih ini kalau mau game itu.
Is that my phone? Must be the group chat.
Kru Express, apa kalian menerima pesan ini? Halo bronya. Lama tak berjumpa, sesi buridana. Kami kangen banget sama kamu. Baguslah, aku cemas kalian tidak bisa menerima pesanku. Aku tahu kalian sangat sibuk, jadi aku akan langsung ini saja. Siap. Belakangan aku sedang merasakan festival Soulworm, festival tradisional Belobog. Dulu karena ada fragmentum dan blokiran jalur, perayaan dihentikan selama bertahun-tahun. Penduduk Belobog sudah lama tidak merasakan suasana perayaan festival. Kalau kalian ada waktu, datanglah ke perayaan festival Soulworm untuk menyaksikan pencapaian kami dalam menghidupkan kembali Belobog. Maaf mungkin lain kali. Hei, jangan pura-pura deh. Kamu pasti mau rebahan di kamar sambil main ponsel kan? Tenang saja, kami pasti akan datang. Festival dan perayaan tidak boleh dilewatkan. Dan apa ini? Si Jangan kagak ada. Terima kasih March. Aku sudah tidak sabar untuk bertemu dengan kalian di perayaan festival Soulworm. Gila. Kasih emot, cok.
That Don. He can't just ignore Branya. Let's go to his room and talk to him.
Ya yang ngomong lu aja bang. Pasar masa depan Belobog. Au. Enak banget cok. Minum susu di malam hari enak gitu kan.
Is this a letter?
Udah, skip dulu. Mau ngapain? Gue pengen quest dulu, cok. Yo, what's up? Dan Hong.
Don Hung, Branya just sent all of us a message. Did you see it yet?
Yes, I saw it.
Then why didn't you reply? Branya's a good friend of ours.
I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood for idle chat. There's been a lot weighing on my mind since the Lo Fu. It was off on the spirit.
Don Hung. I'm the one who should be sorry. I was being too pushy. You're right. You went through a lot on the Xianzhou. Take all the time you need.
Iya, gue belum dikontrol ini, Cok. Waduh, 2 MB per second, Kang. Terus
Thank you for understanding. It's great that Belobog is able to host a celebration. I hope your trip goes well. Say hi to our friends for me.
lah kok ngelag ya?
Okay.
Ngelag
Rest
sih?
up. You're not allowed to miss the next Trailblaze expedition.
I'll be there next time.
Ini gue yang ngelag atau
He won't
apa?
budge, huh? Looks like it's just the two of us then. Pity. He's gonna miss out. We never get the chance to go on a stress-free adventure.
Kenapa lagi?
I know, but it's still a shame, don't you think? If only Himeko could come with us.
Coba ajak Tuan Yang.
Maybe not. He's still wheezing from the trouble we got into on the Xianzhou. You didn't notice? At his age, he might not appreciate the extra excitement. Why don't we go ask
Yes.
Himeko to tag along? She might be up for an adventure.
Ya ajak
You've
Himeko,
been on
Cok.
the express for a while
Ajak
now,
Pedro
but you've
ikutan.
never gone on a trip with Himeko before, right? Well, now's your chance.
Himeko. Bentar. MC gue pakai apa sih? Yuk biar speednya nambah lagi. Yo, what's
Hey,
up?
Marge. That's a big smile on your face. What's the good news?
Himeko, there's a celebration coming up on Eurillo 6, organized by the Supreme Guardian, and we're invited to go take in the sights and sounds. Don Hung won't be going anywhere for a while. He's still resting up, so wanna come with us? I mean, considering how you helped us out with Cocolia, I'm sure Branya would be happy to see you.
So that explains the grin. You're excited about the celebration. Thanks for the invite, but I'm afraid my hands are full right now. Please send my regards to the Supreme Guardian. Make the most of the festivities. You've earned it. You two and Don Hung did help save Eurillo 6 after all. I'll be sure to join you guys next time.
Oke, siap Himeko.
Navigators really do have their plates full, huh? Seems like it's just you and me this time. Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come and find me when you're ready to set off.
Siap. More 7. Lari. What's up? Gila, kostum baru. Lah. Sekarang menang kostum baru
So,
emang.
what do you think about my new dress? Pretty neat, right?
Dapat kostum baru kita atau gimana ya? Bagus banget.
It's been
Aku jadi
sitting in my
mau.
wardrobe collecting dust for far too long. But now I finally got the chance to wear it.
Siap.
This kind of event
Lu
doesn't come
cantik,
around
Mas.
every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same old outfit, are you?
Enggak ada, gila, imut banget, Cok.
Let's just pretend I never said
Stella.
anything. As long as one of us is making an effort. pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That should be everything. Let's go.
Fungsinya boneka pom-pom buat apaan anjir? Kenapa lu bawa?
Wow, that was fast. Don't you have anything you want to bring with you?
Jelas dong, semua relikku kan ada start speednya.
Other people might fall for that, but I won't.
Ada tai, relik gua ada speednya, kocak. Gua relik sepatu aja pakai speed. Walah.
I was just taking a look at Mr. Yang's records, and it seems like Eurillo 6's average temperature has warmed up quite a bit. It's much warmer than it was on our first trip there. I wouldn't call it livable just yet, but things are looking up. I'm so happy for Branya and Zila. Ready to go?
Kuy.
Bellabog, here we come.
Oke, siap. Ayo kita ke Belobog. Lah, trotter. Lah.
Bellabog. 700 years. It's never too late to pick up the tab.
Bayar tagihan.
Oh, Brr! How do people living in all this snow
Wait,
celebrate
cowok.
anything?
Hey, tunggu.
Oh, one thing's for sure, though. Where there's a celebration, there's bound to be food, right?
Nggak ada makanan buat lu.
Come on, Bellabog. Don't let me down.
Siap,
Wait a
siap.
sec. That person over there. That doesn't look like a Silvermane Guard uniform. All in black. Surely they're not IPC on this world? Am I going crazy?
Seragamnya jelek
You think
banget.
so? I actually think it's pretty snazzy.
Iya, lu.
Anyway, that's besides the point. The point is, what are the IPC doing here on Eurillo 6?
Nggak tahu.
There's only one way to find out. Let's go ask. I've always found IPC staff easy to talk to.
Oke, siap. Nanya pejabat APC.
Hi, do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation? Or are you just dressing fancy today?
Diem aja anjir. Malah ikut diam gua juga anjir.
Boss, encounter with 2 unknowns. Want me to take them out? Over.
Take us out?
Take them out?
Absen.
Hang tight for a
Welcome,
second. I'm on my
Tony
way.
Tons.
Don't
Welcome.
do anything
Selamat
stupid.
malam. HSR. Iya, lagi main HSR itu.
Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral
Mumpung
Peace
banyak
Corporation.
pekerjaan di
I'm here on
HSR
Eurillo
kan.
6 for a special business assignment.
Oh, ini.
You'll have to forgive my colleague
Ini
here.
bocah yang
People skills
nyari
aren't
masalah
his
di
strong
Belobog.
suit. Please don't take it to heart.
Phew, you scared the life out of me. We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for more conflicts.
Iya, bener. Pengen makan lu mah. Tadi nanyain makanan mulu.
Oh, right. We should probably introduce ourselves.
Lu main HSR
I'm Mark
kagak Bang
7,
Tony?
a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it. And this is my friend and fellow passenger.
Siapa namanya coba? Lu ngomongin friend tapi kagak tahu nama gua, empty bot.
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I didn't expect to run into 2 nameless here. Fate is such a curious thing. I heard that Eurillo 6 only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the Trailblazers. But surely you two aren't.
Kamu cuma sedikit membantu saja.
So
Anjir.
humble all of a sudden, huh? Are you feeling all right? Should I call a doctor?
Gua sehat, kocak.
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day. Fun, Numby?
Topaz. You're really young for an IPC executive. That's impressive.
Iya, terlalu muda.
More good luck, I suppose. But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side of the galaxy to the other. Going wherever businesses require me to be.
Huh. Your job sounds pretty similar to the express cruise. Aside from the business, I guess. Oh, Branya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's already opened talks with the IPC.
These talks aren't exactly what you might expect. But I have to agree. The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. And that's the reason I'm here on Eurilla 6. To meet with her. Miss March, you said you were on your way to Bellabog festivities, right? My apologies for delaying you both.
Don't be sorry.
Lah, nge-lag
It's not
terus
like we're in
aja.
a rush. Wanna come to the
Ini
city
gue yang
with us?
nge-lag atau
The snow plains are
isinya
freezing,
yang satunya
and
nge-lag?
it's easier than you think to get lost out here.
Anjir, kagak ada, cok.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll manage. It's my first time on this world. I'd like to take it in its vast, iconic snowscape for just a little longer. Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information. I don't usually respond during work hours, but I'd be happy to chat off the clock.
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number without even trying.
Oh, gini-gini, aku masih punya proyek senilai 8 miliar.
As if anyone would ever believe that.
Anjir. Why? Gue punya 8M kredit, lu gak percaya, Mat? Anjir lah.
You two make a cute pair. Anyway, I'd better be on my way. See you next time.
Siap. Satannya lah. Gila, jalannya aja geboy.
The universe is huge, yet we somehow stumbled onto the same path. Fate truly works in mysterious ways, don't you think?
Iya.
Come on, let's head into the city.
Sip. Yuk ke kota Mars. Kalau di Genshin maskotnya si Paimon, kalau di sini si Mars Seven.
Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you sure we're in Bellabog? And now to check out the main event, the food. Come on, keep up.
Siap,
Hang on a
yuk.
sec. Isn't that Wallace up ahead? Looks like he's finally made some friends. I wonder what they're talking about.
Yo, Wallace.
Norbert, why don't you tell everyone how you were released from jail so quickly? Selling cultural relics and impersonating Silvermane guards are both heinous crime.
Kalau di Genshin tuh si Wallace itu kayak si Palad, anjir, tukang bikin masalah.
Well, it was all thanks to my uncle, you know.
Ah, I remember. Your uncle is Minister Noel. He heads up the Department of Transportation.
Anjir, diabaikan, cok.
Yes, you knew that too?
You're shameless, Norbert. Not to be rude, but if I were thrown in jail, I wouldn't possibly ask my father to bail me out.
Do you think I wanted to? I'm not the type of person to abuse my status.
Diabaikan, anjir, si Wallace.
They don't really know about that.
Get off my back, will you? I had to deal with hardened criminals in jail. Now that I'm free, my supposed friends are ganging up on me.
Looks like things are getting heated.
Mana?
I think we better get out of here.
Wallace.
Master Rossi, may I...
Pengen punya temen tapi bibirnya itu pedas banget si Wallace, cok.
Hey, quick! Serval's about to start singing.
Siapa lagi nyanyi, cok?
Thanks, everyone! Hope you're ready for a great show! Let's get started! Heartbeats will shake me. So rules can
Hampir seval jadi penyanyi, pengamen dia. Ntar kita kemana lagi sih? Coba kita kasih siapa ya? Pela kali ya, di sini Pela ini kayaknya. Kalau nggak salah Pela ya.
Is that Pela? Looks like she's teaching the kids again. Next, I'll be introducing the history of the museum. Everyone listen carefully, okay? Belobog's History and Culture Museum was founded 600 years ago and was originally built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa.
I'm so hungry. I wish I could have a red sunset salmon right now.
It was built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa Rand. And also, guess what? I heard there's gonna be a Silvermane adventure camp opening in the overworld soon. It's gonna be super awesome.
Cok, muridnya kagak tahu diri anjir. Lagi ngomong loh.
Also, those who sacrificed their lives in the war against the invaders 700 years ago. Miss Pela, Peter's falling asleep.
Anjir. Aduh, ini bocah satu cobor anjir, gak friendly anjir.
Enough. From now on, no whispering aloud. If you don't want to have any homework later, you'd better start listening.
Sorry, Miss Pela.
That's better. Now, where was I? Oh, I never knew Pela had a strict side. Phew. Who'd have thought just taking a stroll could be so tiring? Say, I think we should probably pay Branya a visit. After all, she was the one who invited us here.
Oke, siap.
Or we could go check out some other fun stuff elsewhere. Your call.
Oke. Sekarang kita kemana nih? Ya gitu dapat apa tadi tuh? Buat naikin ini nih. Udah 3. Masih kurang. Waduh, ada bocah tadi.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, its debt cannot simply be written off. Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Urela 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
Pusing cobronya tuh.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I hope that your subjects in the underworld are cooperative. I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Ayo siap. Pergi kau. Gila jalannya tuh.
Is everything all right, Branya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so intense. She seemed nice when we met her.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the IPC. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark.
Emang IPC ini selalu bikin ribut aja setiap ke galaksi.
Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the eternal freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme Guardians. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Yarillo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt from Belobog?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect. It's obvious they're just trying to take advantage.
Oh, jelas.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after the loan was taken out, the connection between Yarillo 6 and the rest of the galaxy was completely severed. The IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, they considered the owed sum permanently lost. It wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
Ini jelas.
The interest.
Anjir, berdasarkan bunganya juga, Cok. Apa yang terjadi kalau kamu tidak melunasi tepat waktu?
The debt owed is an astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers. Before you both arrived,
Triliunan kah?
Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ strong measures.
I had no idea things were like this. Here I was thinking the IPC had come to rebuild Belobog, not extort it.
Kalau di Indonesia tuh kayak apa tuh? Bang Emok ya. Bang Emok. Aduh, parah sih ini. Bunganya gak ngotak, Cok. Kita harus turun tangan lagi. Oh, masalah ini tidak akan selesai.
Yeah, we have to help Bronya out. The IPC is too big and powerful. The Belobogians won't be able to resolve this problem on their own.
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence throughout the galaxy, the IPC could crush Belobog like a bug if they wanted to.
Gila.
I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival, but now I must ask you and the Astral Express for help. Do you think you could persuade Topaz to reevaluate the situation? The Express's reputation precedes it. Perhaps there's still hope?
Have no fear, Bronya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will always be at their side.
Kalau perlu kita akan gunakan kekerasan.
Yeah.
Aduh.
After all, this girl here is a pretty good negotiator.
Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so sorry for dragging you into
Salah ngetik
trouble.
gua, harusnya di bawah, Cok.
While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck, and stay safe.
Siap. Terus kemana lagi? Oh, tanya si Mars.
Oh, hey! I just remembered. Topaz gave me her number. We might as well just be direct and ask her where she is. She seems like the type of person who appreciates a straight approach.
Nona Topaz, apa kamu lagi sibuk? Halo, dari dulu Topaz sudah sibuk. Oh, ini AI. AI. Jangan ulang-ulang kalimat. Cepat kasih tahu. Direktur. Dia itu sedang sibuk dan belum bisa membalas pesan Anda. Mohon menunggu. Siap.
Okay, got it. She's at the museum. Let's get going. We better think about what we're gonna say. She might be young, but she is an IPC executive. She's definitely no pushover.
Kita ada di museum sekarang. Ciluk, Mbak.
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today we've run into each other.
Hargailah momen ini.
Why, of course I will. Meeting friends from the Astral Express is always a moment worth cherishing. What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it's no ordinary piece. It portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of sadness. It runs much deeper than that. It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image.
Basa-basi kali ya ini ya.
Depicts several generations hardships.
Sebenarnya kamu paham soal seni?
Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't take my word for it. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure the Nameless have a far greater knowledge of such things than myself. I suppose what I'm trying to say is what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted,
200.000.
but its overall value. Its intrinsic value may only be 50,000 credits, but its added value might push the total up to 200,000.
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about something else.
Oh? A collaboration between our two sides, perhaps?
Not exactly. Actually,
Let's walk and talk. This way.
Dipotong anjir.
Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in the rough.
Miss Topaz, Branya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Hutang Belobog.
Oh, you two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement, or...
Help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
Siap. Apa yang mau ditolongin? Express akan melunasi hutang Belobog.
Hey, nobody agreed to that.
Aduh.
We're actually here on behalf of Branya. It's just, you know, given Belobog's circumstances, it isn't exactly a wash with money right now. The Belobogians don't have the means to pay off such a huge debt.
I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I've dealt with cases far more difficult than Belobog's. I appreciate each case has its difficulties.
Gila.
If I treated
Pertama
every
Starrail
late debtor
Hunter,
as a
sekarang
special
IPC.
case, the galaxy's economy would come to a grinding halt.
Yang kejam tuh siapa ya? Starrail Hunter atau IPC?
that before. More than a few times, actually. The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions. But Eurylo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. So, I proposed to Branya. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets. The exhibits here are
Aduh,
pretty
kepencet
ordinary.
lagi,
I
kampret.
estimate they're probably not worth much. Let's keep moving.
Ayo keep moving.
So you're basically saying the Belabogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life. Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Eurylo 6?
Iya dong.
It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one?
Kamu suka hewan? Aku rasa sih sudah punah.
I suppose it probably is. Otherwise, it wouldn't be on display here. That's such a shame. I absolutely adore little animals. Have you guys met Numby yet? I guess they're off playing somewhere.
So, Miss Topaz, what
Bagaimana caranya
exactly
supaya
will it take for the
IPC
IPC to go easier on Belobog? Branya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye. It's just so cruel.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about? But Branya...
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand.
Sure, understand.
But to answer your
Okay.
question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Eurylo 6 project no matter what obstacles I encounter.
Welcome buat yang baru join. Jangan lupa dislike-nya guys.
What should we do?
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this
Sekarang
matter.
kita melanjutkan quest Belobog ya, quest terbaru.
Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies, but I should probably take this. Bye.
Bye.
So,
Enak.
what now? We spent ages trying to convince her and she didn't move an inch. You sure? I really don't think she'll change her mind. I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is concerned, I think it'd be unwise to make the IPC our enemy. All these vested interests. So hard to undo any of it. They teach this stuff in school. Oh, wait. Did I even go to school? Did someone send you a message?
Lu kagak pernah sekolah, March. Apa ini sila? What's up? Sekelompok orang aneh tiba-tiba datang ke Underworld dan mengambil alih Grid Mine. Aku sudah tanya bronya, dia minta aku jangan sampai bentrok dengan orang itu. Dengarkan apa kata bronya. Sudah telat, Welfare dan sebelumnya sudah bentrok dengan mereka. Tapi senjata-senjata orang itu terlalu canggih, jenisnya macam-macam. Kekuatannya sangat dahsyat, kami sama sekali bukan tenaga mereka. Aku juga sudah terdesak. Karena itulah aku harus kirim pesan ini untuk meminta bantuanmu. Oke, siap.
Huh? The IPC are causing trouble in the underworld? Already? Seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Oh, and now they're pulling this stunt? You really can't trust these money-hungry IPC suits for a minute.
Ayo kita ke TKP.
Again? I don't think I have it in me to play the hero today.
Ganti baju lagi,
Guess
March.
complaining won't get us anywhere. Let's
Padahal
go
udah
lend them a
cakep-cakep
hand.
anjir banjurnya, Cok, si March.
to now?
Zila!
Halo Sile.
Hey, am I glad to see you two here? I'm not sure how much longer we can hold out.
Apa ada yang terluka?
Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few wildfire members got minor injuries. Fortunately for us, it seems like they were holding back.
By the way itu udaranya si
Their
Sile
weapons
kelihatan
and
mulu, nggak belum di
automatons are
fix
much
kayaknya.
stronger than anything we have.
Tapi nggak apa-apa lah.
You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. Hey, just because you have fancy equipment doesn't mean you can bully us. Who do you think you are? What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
Anjir, premannya
What's
Underworld,
going on
cok.
inside the mine? Any ideas?
Udah mengambek nih preman Underworld nih.
A few miners made it out earlier. They looked pretty panicked. They said the whole mine had been seized by the people in black. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know is that they're seriously disrupting the lives of the underworlders.
Kalau kata pas ada di sini,
Who?
We were just talking to her in the museum. Do you think her cronies are acting without her authorization?
The person you're talking about. Are they in charge of the people in black?
nggak tahu.
Potaz, Pasto.
Potas,
Whatever her
Pasto.
name is, she can wait. Right now, the most important thing is to free those trapped in the Great Mine. Are you two with me?
Potas, Pasto.
Hey, you two! Pack out your... You knew what was best for you. You'd get out of my way.
Anjir, preman Underworld.
Must be exhausted standing here all day. How about you take a little lunch break? I'm sure the IPC allows that, right?
Kita dihajar.
What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you. You're the one who was threatening to take us out in the snow plains. Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to treat us with respect, you'd better start showing some yourself.
Diem.
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than I thought.
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC.
Anjir, 7
I
tahun,
went through
Cok.
17 interviews before they finally hired me. What right do you deadbeats have to criticize me?
IPC? Interviews? I don't know what you're rambling on about, but you're really testing my patience.
Ayolah.
No need to
Preman
waste
Underworld
your
udah
breath
marah,
with an
Cok.
idiot. Let's do this.
Ah elah, lu gelut gede lah. Gila, speednya kenceng banget musuh. Mampus. MC nih. Ais.
Say bye to breathing.
That's it? He sure took off quickly.
17 rounds of interviews and these are the best people they can find? What a joke.
Anjir, gila.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been warned that the ones in the mine won't go down without a fight. Let's set off when you're ready.
Siap, ayo. Gue ready nih.
Ready for action? It's time to kick the IPC out of the underworld.
Ayo,
Let's
berangkat.
get moving.
Yuk. Bentar, ini musuh lemahnya api. Kalau api nggak bisa pakai listrik ya, ini pakai yang fuel dulu aja deh. Nah,
Ready for action?
ayo
Let's get
ready.
moving.
Dah kayak gini ya. Bapak Separo.
Hello, it's Mr. Svarog, isn't it? And this cute little girl must be Clara.
Hello, miss. Are you...
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Siap. Separo ada yang mau berduaan sama lu.
Huh? But if you have a guess, maybe I should...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
Ayo pergi Clara, lari.
So, it seems my source was right. Who would have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl? So heartwarming.
Gila, sungguh mengesankan.
You bear the insignia of the Interpastoral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPC. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Siap.
Long-term interests undefined. Analyzing objectives. Analysis failed. Tell me, emissary, how do you plan to convince the IPC leadership?
That's simple. I'll show you.
Apa itu?
This is
Source code, or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in Belobog. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last
Menggunakan sistem dasar yang
700
dibuat oleh
years
IPC.
utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is so refined that the engineers never saw any reason to change it.
Oke.
I assume you're also
Buat yang
aware
baru
that there was
join, jangan
once
lupa
a
dislike-nya ya.
large
Thank you.
automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons, enough to crush the Legion's vanguard, lay dormant within. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Eurillo 6 has a place in the company's long-term strategy.
Siap.
But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization at a macro level. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional
Lemes banget anjir
analysis
Separo
indicates
jawabnya, Cuk.
that you are indeed trying to find ways to ensure the survival of this world. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force if I refuse to cooperate.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr. Svarog.
Oke, tolong pandu jalannya Mr. Sparrow.
players here, huddled together. Anyone else getting deja vu?
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived. It's just that instead of a few thugs and broken robots, now we're dealing with much more formidable adversaries.
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Topaz's little trotter over there? Oh, what was it again? Numby, right?
What? Isn't that thing a fragmentum monster? She's keeping one as a pet?
The IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so it's not that surprising. Wanna go take a look?
Ayo, siap. Mari kita lihat.
Sounds like you two are getting along. What's Numby saying?
Anjir, gue diledek sama si Mars 7, Cok.
I should have known. Don't quit your day job.
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to leave.
Looks like they want to find their master. Let's follow them.
Ayo.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Wah,
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow? I really don't know anything. This place is filled with nothing but incompetence.
Those cowards! I guess they want to do this the hard way.
gelut lagi.
Not a scratch.
Kena api lu. Tembak. Mampus yang kena listrik. Boom. Wais.
Cutting the net.
What's up? Dor. Mati. Lebih cepat pakai si Kafka anjir daripada pakai Sila, Cok.
Looks like Numby's in a good mood.
Bentar, gua pukul dulu ini dah. Main, Cok.
I'm on guard. Stand still.
Wes.
Cutting the net.
Songs for you.
Turn it up.
Tembak. Tewas.
It's time.
May as well kill them all.
Mampus lu, ha? Wes.
Good times. Time to say bye.
Boom. Dor.
You can fight it or rock with it. It's time.
Tembak.
Stand still.
Anjir. Main DOT Kafka emang terbaik dah. Ayo babi, kasih tahu jalannya babi.
Look, that big guy down there. Is he the one in charge?
We'll see who's really in charge. Let's go.
Ayo siap, Sila.
Huh? Where'd Numby go?
Wow. For something so short and stubby, they're surprisingly. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going.
Gila, speed MC gue kalah tuh sama NPC. Kayaknya harus ganti dah. Nah, ada speednya 139, lumayan dah.
Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here. Local residents are advised to follow those responsible for evacuation to the...
lie to us. You seized the mine by force for yourself. You drove the locals out of their homes. I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences. Don't you dare show your face around here again.
Siap.
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. We are all powerful here. You know Topaz?
Interesting.
It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to anyone not related to this project. In cases where debtors fail to repay within the set time frame, the IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and take over all assets. We're simply following the rules. What exactly is your problem?
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think? This world's been hanging by a thread, and now you're here to pull the plug on it.
Ntar gua ini dulu dah.
I'm simply following orders. Do you think I get to make those kinds of decisions?
Halo Bang, halo juga Bang Jamal. Aduh, nggak kebaca. Sorry Bang Jamal. Gue baru buka Bang Jamal. Anjir. Yang hari ini bakal dihubungi ternyata dalam waktu 1 minggu ya. Enggak 1 minggu ngepas. Nanti besok kan gue ada ini. Sebenarnya gue lupa sih ada tagihan tuh. Kalau nggak ada tagihan gue langsung keluar semua. Tagihan biasa lah, anjir bikin masalah mulu gini gue cok. Tagihan gue pay letter 200.000 anjing. Lah. Tembak. Alah. Ini gara-gara ada tagihan intinya. Sorry ya. Nanti gue hubungin kok, santai. Setrum semua. Jadi welcome ya Bang Jamal ya. Cok, sakit bet. Waduh, bahaya. Anjir. Untung mati lo. Wush. Parah sih anjir musuhnya cok, sakit banget. Speed gue masih kalah anjir. Apaan itu cok? Speednya kalah anjir. Taknya udah 7. Au. Ulti. Ayo. Anjir gila, sakit banget. Wah. Gila. Untung mati. Alah. Cok mati gila. Aduh, diincar mulu loh. Kayaknya gua harus ngebunuh kroconya dulu dah sebelum dia ngambil ini apa. Mati gue cok, anjir.
Are you in charge around here? Don't lie to us. I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences.
Ngulang lagi gue cok. Tahu gini gue bawa weld ya. Santuy Bang Jamal, ntar juga gua top upin kok. Santuy. Kan gua kan kasih batas 1 minggu toh. Speednya kagak ngotak anjir lu. Sini lu. Aduh, AOE lagi. Parah tuh, ini damage kagak ngotak speednya. Ulti.
Songs for you.
Turn it up.
Stand still. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight
Ulti. Mati, please. Anjir, kagak mati. Aduh. Disedot. Pucak, anjir, speednya kagak ngotak, cok. Tinggi semua speednya.
I'm on guard.
Mampus, mati lu.
Lance ablaze.
Mampus.
Keep up.
Damage-nya kagak ngotak tuh, seriusan lo, sakit itu.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it.
Shit.
Rock with it.
Sini incernya nih. AOE lagi. Paling males ketemu tim kayak gini, anjir. Disedot lagi nih. 2. Anjir, apa sih?
Lance at the ready.
Time for a shot. That hurt.
Cok, apaan ini, cok? Musuhnya anjir keras banget dah. Tembak, aduh, nggak mati itu. Au. Ulti. Memang keroconya harus dibunuh sini.
Turn it up.
Kena break lu. 0. Mampus, gak ada apa-apanya tuh.
I'm on guard.
Bertahan dah.
Pretty good. Let's rock.
Mati. Anjir, stuck 0 aja kayak gitu damage-nya.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight
Udah
it.
damage stuck 0 loh.
Rock with it.
Anjir, stuck 0 kayak gitu, cok, damage-nya gila.
Ready to Lance at the ready.
Ulti.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Break. Oke, nice.
Bad breathing.
Ulti langsung.
Time to say bye.
Kroconya harus dibunuh. Mati.
Songs for you.
Tembak. 0. Agak ada stucknya tuh. Mampus. Pengen keluar, nongkrong dulu bang. Iya, santuy. Silakan bang. Thank you bang Jamal udah mampir ya. Sorry kalau gue bosen ya. Ini dia.
I'm on guard.
Ini incernya nih. Ulti.
Time to say bye.
Mampus. Nice.
Who are you people? Not even our tech can take you down.
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you really think you could stop us?
Darn it! I'm all out of ammo.
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz? What did she say?
What did you say?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%.
60%? We're done for.
Mampus deh kita.
looks on their faces, I don't think they'll be back. So, who is this Topaz anyway? She seems to have no problem ordering.
Kayak karena nggak ada yang ngajak ngobrol, gua open dulu mic-nya.
It's a long story.
Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivities? The timing couldn't have been any worse.
Oh, looks like we've got a message. I get the feeling Bronya's worried about something. We'd better go back and see her. Are you coming with us, Zila?
Go on without me. I still have stuff to take care of. The miners need to know what happened here. Bronya messaged you, which means she thinks you can help. I trust her judgment.
Got it, Zila. We'll do what we can to help Bronya out. Come on, to Klipoth Fort!
These guys don't look pleased to see us.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further. Miss Topaz.
Bellabog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Welcome buat yang baru dijoin. Jangan lupa di Speknya ya guys ya. Thank you. Kalau mau ngobrol komentar aja. Tadi gue mic-nya dimatiin.
It couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
That's what friends are for, Bronya. You don't sound like yourself. Is something wrong?
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. There's just too much happening all at once.
Aku yakin bisa membalikkan keadaan.
They're moving quickly. Bellabog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation. The silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against harassing the citizenry. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solution she has in mind.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. I need your advice. Look.
Apa itu? Gak kebaca.
It's
the contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please take a look at the contents and then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Bronya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life. In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a small, unremarkable planet at the edge of the galaxy, a place whose name is known only to the native inhabitants. My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations in the galaxy, mostly in chemical or heavy industries. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh.
I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but people started wearing respirators just to walk down the street. All you could hear were the wheezing coughs of the people, day and night. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed could only struggle on amidst sewage, acid rain, and dust, waiting for the end. Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, they asked for just one thing: that all inhabitants sign a contract which would make them employees of the IPC. 2 years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. After 3 years, vegetation and trees began to grow and thrive again. After 5 years, many animals, previously on the brink of extinction, reappeared. When I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my home world and was determined to bring the same changes to many other worlds in the galaxy that were experiencing the same plight. I am writing to you, Miss Branya, with the genuine desire to express something important. I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, there are things of much greater value, such as survival. How many generations of Belabogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not descend upon Belobog yet again? I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. In addition, the IPC will set up a special team to support the reconstruction of Eurillo 6. I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision, because you, and you alone, will bear the fate of all Belobogians. But because of this, I believe that you will make the right decision. A decision that will truly benefit your people.
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
Yes, she is a high-ranking member of the IPC, after all. She knows how to use words to her advantage. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone.
I trust her judgment too, but what if this decision is too much for one person? The impact of this choice could haunt Branya for the rest of her life.
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She wants me to decide as soon as possible. I wanted to put it to a vote and let all the citizens of both the overworld and the underworld have their say. But with such little time, I'm afraid that's a lost cause. I'll convene the Klapothfort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts.
I think we should leave this matter to the Belobogians. Don't you agree? We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz, but this should be a piece of cake.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the overworld and the underworld, right?
We meet again. How have you two been? Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong. I hope it's nothing too serious. Sounds serious. I'm all ears. Really? You better not be making things up.
I wish it were made up. Unfortunately, it's all true. We don't have much time, Kayla. Branya wants to get everyone's opinion.
Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision on the spot? At least give me a few seconds to think it over. Okay, I think I've got it. If it were up to me, I'd probably agree to the IPC's conditions.
Huh. Okay. Any particular reason?
I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, it'll take 3 or 4 more generations for the snow to completely subside. And that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than a future I can't be sure of. If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then I think that's a price well worth paying. Building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it any fun for the engineers and architects who are directly involved in such a pursuit?
I see. So compared to a distant and uncertain future, what you really care about is making sure the people around you have a good life. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Well, look who we have here. You and Marge paying us a visit. What's the occasion? Uh-oh. Sounds like something serious is happening. You'd better fill me in. What? How is that possible? I need a moment to wrap my head around this.
Serval, we're racing against the clock. No time for head wrapping.
It's okay. I've thought it through. If it were up to me, I'd sign the contract.
What? Hold on, are you serious? I thought you'd be against it for sure.
Surprised? My reasons are pretty simple. Signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, especially those in the underworld, that would be more than enough to persuade them. As for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? If the IPC tries to take too many liberties, we can always rise up against them. You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science and the studying of the Stellaron. If someone told me that I could do whatever research I wanted with only a small price to pay, I probably wouldn't hesitate.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. I didn't think you'd be back in Belobog so soon. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black suddenly showed up, and even the Silvermane guards have had trouble dealing with them. Do you need my opinion? I'm happy to help. So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure. Is there really nothing we can do to assist her?
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but we're running out of time. What's your take?
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. There is no room for compromise. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the contract? Faced with this sort of coercion, we must resist them with all our might. Surrendering is not an option. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their trap.
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dunn. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion. Did we miss anyone in the overworld? I think we asked just about everyone we needed to. From what I've gathered, it seems like most people in the overworld are leaning towards signing the IPC's contract. We'd better hurry to the underworld and see what Natasha and Zila make of it all.
It's getting late. Where to now?
What brings you two to the underworld? And why the long face? Seems a little out of the blue, but since you came all this way, it must be urgent. Go ahead. That is a lot of information to take in. Sorry, both of you. I know you're in a hurry, but I need a moment to think.
No stress, Nat. Just tell us what you really think.
I've thought about it, and... well, if I were Bronya, I wouldn't sign it. I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt, we may also incite the wrath of a very powerful force. But even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up freedom for security will end up with neither. Living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true. I'd rather trek through the frigid snow plains than live in a beautiful cage.
Wow, that's a pretty convincing argument. Another vote for the against pile. Thanks for your insight, Nat.
None other than the saviors of Belobog. To what do I owe the pleasure? To be honest, I'm surprised you even remembered an old geezer like me. But I can tell by the look on your faces you're probably not dropping by to say hi. Let me guess. Something to do with these unruly people in black showing up everywhere? Well, ask away. It just so happens I'm curious about them myself. Maybe I can be of some help. I see. That's a tricky situation, all right. A lot for anyone to handle, let alone someone as young as Lady Bronya.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most life experience. What do you think we should do?
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty plans no longer hold much appeal for an old-timer like me. If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former self overnight, then I think the answer is clear. Have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor. And with the added burden of a massive debt, well, is that something we can manage on our own? What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. Will she be able to withstand the criticism? Is she prepared to carry the weight of a tarnished reputation for years to come?
I think so too, but could you imagine having to hear names like the traitorous ruler for the rest of your life? Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg. Another vote for the 4 pile.
Miss March, big sister, what brings you to the underworld?
Hey there, Clara. Is Svarog not around?
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with a lady called Topaz.
What? Topaz? Do you know where they went?
I'm not sure, but Mr. Svarog promised he'd be back soon.
What now? Svarog's super logical. We should definitely get his opinion. True. Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
Huh? Miss March, do you want to ask me something? That's complicated. I don't know what to say.
It's all right, Clara. No pressure. Just tell us how you feel about it.
I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be everyone's decision. Because when I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, we talked about our dreams. Everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that mean our dreams will never come true? Just taking away people's dreams like that. I don't know. It feels wrong.
You're right. Children see the world as a place where anything is possible. Just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth makes me shiver. Thanks, Clara. Your thoughts mean a lot to us. All that running around has worn me out. So, the final conclusion is... the votes are completely even. I don't know what to do. Both sides have really compelling arguments. Right! We haven't asked Zila. She's probably still in the Great Mine helping the miners. Come on, let's get going.
Back so soon? Any news? Are you feeling all right? You look a little uneasy. Important matter, huh? I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be a lighthearted chat. But I'm ready to hear it. I think I get it. At first, I thought it was just a few IPC ruffians overstepping their boundaries.
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake, right?
Right. I need a little time to process this.
As it stands, the votes are even. Your opinion will make all the difference.
In that case, I abstain.
What?
I've thought about it. This responsibility rests on Bronya's shoulders, not mine. No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. She can see the bigger picture more clearly than I can. The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would tip the scales and possibly impact her final choice. I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but it's not my place to make it for her.
Understood, Zila. This is a difficult decision to make, and everyone feels differently about it. It's times like these that a leader must stand up and do what's needed.
Right. It's Bronya's decision. She knows what's at stake. She won't run away from her duty. I trust her wholeheartedly. If she asks you, just let her know my reasoning. She'll understand.
Well, it's all in Bronya's hands now. She has... You bet. The Express can vouch for Bronya. That says a lot about her character. The time has come. Let's go fill her in. I'm curious to see how she's handling those Klapoth ministers.
It's getting late.
Where to now?
Welcome buat yang baru join, jangan lupa dislike-nya ya guys ya. Thank you. Kalau ada yang mau diomongin terus kolom komentar aja ya. Kalau nggak ada ya gue opin lagi mic-nya.
Whoa, the fort's packed. I've never seen this many people here before. Jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
Wah, pusing nih bronya, Cok.
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict? What do the people think?
We talked to people in both the overworld and the underworld. The final result was a tie.
I see. I suppose everyone has their own way of seeing things. I can't say I'm surprised. What was Zila's perspective on the matter? I should have known. That sounds like Zila, all right.
Did you come to a conclusion with the ministers? It's so loud I can't tell what anyone's saying.
It's pretty much the same situation here. Neither party is willing to compromise. The time has come to make a decision. This chaos cannot be allowed to continue any longer.
Pusing.
All of you! I know what to do.
Wait! I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
But aren't you?
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real as they come.
Tobrut datang.
Miss Himeko from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help in our previous campaign. Things might have turned out differently without your support. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome. I'm afraid the current circumstances are quite exceptional.
I understand, Miss Bronya. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel. hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information that might help. It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Sakit banget, Cok.
Information. Please tell me what you know, Miss Himiko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover of Belobog is the only way of ensuring the city's survival. But there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
Aduh. Welcome buat member join. Jangan lupa dislike-nya ya guys ya. Thank you.
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 63%.
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you know all the facts before making a decision. Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himiko. This information is of great help. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader,
Iya, judi, Cok.
I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Rania.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation. I need some time to rally all the residents in the city, and then I'll meet with Topaz again.
Kalau ada yang mau tanyain, ada yang mau di-review, silahkan tulis di kolom komentar ya guys ya. Sambil lanjut cerita ini gua.
It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets, I ask that you do everything in your power to stop them.
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her, but these two will help me get the job done.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice. Stay safe, everyone.
Kamu juga bronya jangan sampai stres mikirin hutang negara. Coba sampaikan juga laporanmu tadi ke orang-orang Astra Express. Baik mana bronya. Sparrow mau ngelawan lagi, seriusan. Tak rontokin besi-besinya. Ayo berangkat Mars.
Shepard should be waiting for us in Rivet Town, right?
Gue hidup ya? Gue
Here
kira
we go
mati
again.
anjir.
Back to our old
Mic-nya.
stomping grounds for another adventure.
Di Boulder Town bagian sini.
It's getting late. Where to now?
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I assist you in locating Topaz. Ready to enter Rivet Town? We'll go in together when everyone is set. Keep your guards up. We might run into IPC agents ahead.
Siap. serval ganti aja kali. Tuh, pinjam dulu dah punyanya si ini nih. Pinjam punya si King. Punya lu lebih bagus. King, oke nice. Pinjam dulu King. Nah, OP. Bawa shield lah.
Destination reached.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh, I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains. Surely they can't be.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formations.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our noses all along. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Eurillo 6 never used them in their fight against the Legion.
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. Ask. Don't be shy.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes into contact with a Stellaron is doomed. On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, the underlying problems will resurface. A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity, unnoticed by many.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on the matter?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That is all I wish to confirm regarding this matter. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight. I am merely a tool, not a decision maker.
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you. Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her subordinates flooded in and took over.
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight them head on. Captain, what do you have in mind?
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to cover our tracks.
Automaton stealth bomb?
I'll explain later. Let's get moving.
Look, down there! It's the IPC!
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. We don't want to alert the enemy to our presence. It's time to deploy the automaton stealth bomb. Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threats. Remember, try to avoid being noticed Remaining hidden will increase our chances of success.
Oh, wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency.
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
I've seen standard issue robots like these before. It's an IPC field team leader.
Correct. The exterior is similar to the Grizzly, but its weapons and armor are more advanced. Hopefully the automaton stealth bomb will still be effective. Let me know when you're ready. Are you ready? Remember, try... To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good thing everything went according to plan. This is the road that Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
Let's find her and tell her about Branya's decision.
This time, the gloves are off. Mr. Svarog? Are you all right? I hope Topaz and her IPC henchmen didn't hurt you.
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representatives. Such a result would be highly undesirable. Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but chose not to. From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While I do not agree with her viewpoint, I lack the computational power to provide evidence to the contrary. While it is unlikely, I still encourage the avoidance of any potential conflicts.
Unlikely potential? Meaning there could still be conflicts.
Don't worry, Marge. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means. But if it comes down to it, we won't back down either. That's how it's always been.
Himiko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves in the mirror and know we did the right thing, that's all that matters. Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Will of preservation.
Does that hurt?
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you. Of course! The Nameless have quite the reputation. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili, after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current situation?
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors, but we have very dear friends on Eurillo 6. Standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but this doesn't sound like a negotiation.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution.
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need. You're very curious about my work, aren't you? So many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express.
The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
Cutting the net.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Time for some hardship. Stand down.
Stand still. Time for a shot. Nap time.
It's time.
Say bye to breathing.
Time for some hardship.
That hurts. Relax.
It's time.
Stand still.
You know nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Cutting the net.
Let's begin. Leave it to me.
Stand still. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
You know nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Timely treatment.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Let's begin.
Time for a shot. Now, stand still.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Unit.
Lance at the ready.
You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Naughty child.
I'm on guard.
Stand still.
Leave it to me.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Time for a shot. Now.
May as well kill them all.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward! Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so highly regarded. Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Branya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would hardly be becoming of you.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required my attention.
More important than this?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
Help you? That's interesting. I was under the impression you'd already decided to obstruct our operations here.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yarilo 6. So I can understand your perspective on the issue and the position you have taken. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground through peaceful means.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. It was, inappropriate. I admire your determination, seeing as we've come, this far. I've changed my mind. I'll hold off a little longer and see what you have to show me. But remember, winning over the higher-ups won't be easy.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. The first step was changing your mind. Members of the Express, we'll need your help too.
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Yes.
And then began again.
Kyle, sorry for the delay. Are we clear to proceed?
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You and your companions can proceed north without hindrance.
Excellent. The mountain road ahead is a little treacherous. Watch your step. Let's go.
What is this place? We've never been here before, right?
We've only recently discovered this domain. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to show you is just ahead.
Look, the people of Belobog have not given up. I just want to give them a chance.
Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there?
Hey, shh, that's a secret.
It's called the Engine of Creation. Do you remember it? Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog. I was wondering if there was any information on the Engine of Creation in your records?
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such a massive feat of engineering, yet there's not a single mention of it in any of the Strategic Investment Department's reports.
I may know the reason why. The Engine of Creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog, without any external assistance. The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Ran, while warriors fought on the front lines.
Oi juga Bang Margi, iya kabarnya Bang Margi.
Designing and constructing it.
Udah kebeli HP-nya.
So what you're saying is the Engine of Creation was a weapon constructed.
Udah beli HP-nya belum Bang Margi? Kalau udah ntar kita mabar ML.
The Engine of Creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion and played a significant role in the battles against
Alhamdulillah sehat ya, alhamdulillah ya.
Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody
Pengen mabar lagi sama squad SH nih, aduh.
This feat of engineering.
Udah dong, 3T jadi 13T. Wah, padahal Realme GT Neo 3 itu lebih OP loh. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, RAM 16 GB, internal 512 GB, cok. Realme GT Neo 5 no. Kata gue juga jangan dulu, 13T kalah tuh sama Realme GT 5 tuh. Redmi 4X lah katanya mau itu 13T kagak jadi. Kok pakai HP yang baru yang dulu sih? Kalau mau reuni nanti ke Bang Yoga aja tuh, ke Mas Yoga tuh. Atur-atur ntar di Subang lah reuninya ya, jangan di sini. Budgetnya. Ya, kata gue juga kalau HP mah ya seitunya lu aja, bebas. Redmi 4X kalau masih bisa main ML ya gak masalah. Jangan terlalu bagus-bagus lah kalau HP mah gitu. Toh pemakaian kamu kan ML paling, WA, IG paling, nggak usah yang mahal-mahal, yang murah aja. Oh, kalau balik pasti ke GH, cok. Iya ke GH. Atur-atur aja mau reuninya tanggal berapa ya, kita reunian bareng lah. Udah lama nggak ketemu, cok. Udah 1 tahun. Nggak kerasa udah 1 tahun nggak ketemu-temu. Nanti aku kabarin Ijal dulu. Iya si Ijal tuh, Bang Ijal. Aduh ngilang dia cok semenjak dah kerja dia. Ah parah nih Bang Ijal nih. Sama siapa tuh satunya tuh lupa gue namanya cok, yang di stemper kalau nggak salah. Bentar gue nyebutin dulu.
Myself and all of the nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch for this world.
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the reports and
Agoy free dah di rumah terus. Ya iya. Iya Bang, itu Mas Gali tuh, Bang Gali tuh. Iya, Gali kabarin, Cok. Paling gua ke rumah Agoy ntar ngebebanin dulu dah.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. There are more important things than titles and ranks.
Siap, oke. Sekarang gua lagi main HSR dulu. Nanti main ML-nya dah. Live ML-nya nanti besok.
I've long passed the stage of working just for money.
Thank you so much for all you've done.
Baru aja seminggu sebelum lu ke Agoynya. Jauh, Cok. Gua sih bisanya nanti Desember kali ya. Udah ada keperluan di Bandung baru balik. Gua masih ada keperluan di Bandung jadi belum bisa balik, Cok, Subang.
I didn't keep my subordinates in check. 17. Oh, I think I might know who you're talking about. You could say he's a special case. For most people, the interview process is much shorter.
Glad we're able to discuss some lighter topics. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. I've arranged rooms for you all at the Goethe Hotel. Miss Topaz, if you need somewhere comfortable to stay.
Gue ngasih dulu ya, Cok. Oke siap, thank you Bang Margi. Dah ini jangan lupa dislike-nya Bang Margi. Jangan lupa dislike-nya, thank you ya yang udah mampir ya Bang Margi ya. Lalu gue kabarin dah Desember ya.
It's getting late. Where to now?
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
Well, you know, keeping an eye on the crew is just another part of a navigator's job.
March was looking forward to the Soul Warm Festival for ages. Looks like she's missed her chance. This time. I never thought this trip would be so... tiring. Time for bed.
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measures against you. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be revoked, including stock options and performance bonuses. You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
I have no objections.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded. You only got demoted 1 rank? Phew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to mess up on. Someone must be looking out for you. Oh, they've already left the call. Oh, this voice changer is...
Let me turn it off. Aventurine.
Hari-hari Ben, ya lu salah sendiri.
What's with the hostility? It's not
Karena gue
like I'm
juga
your boss.
hati-hati ya.
Oh wait, I guess I am now.
Jangan sekali-kali nyenggol hutau gitu. Ya paling 2 bulan lah masa hukumannya ya.
Can I help you?
Kan gue udah kasih tahu dari awal, hati-hati. Masalahnya gue giveaway bukan di channel gue doang. Kadang di channel-channel gede ya nggak disebut gede juga sih, 50 ribuan. Udah kan memang cantik ya. Iya, kenapa lo bilang minus-minusnya? Janganlah, jangan kau bilang minus. Gak ada minus dari kau. Santai aja, gue mah kagak didiskriminasi. Nggak ini, gue mah santai aja. Udah gue bilangin bocah-bocah tuh yang ini jangan nonton di gue, jangan sampai mendiskriminasi orang gitu. Karena nggak baik ya, nggak enak juga gue. Santuy aja bang. Malah ada yang lebih parah dari lu bang. Ada yang sampai permanen tuh, Bang Rio permanen. Tapi biasa aja. Kayaknya damai. Terima aja masa hukumannya 2 bulan, nggak lama kok. 2 bulan kagak lama bang, santai bang. Gue lagi ini dulu deh. Quest ini panjang anjir, 2 jam lebih gue. 3 jam iya. Berapa jam sih? Iya, mau 3 jam anjir gue.
I just so happen to need a reliable project manager for the job. What do you say, old friend?
And what prompted the
Lama amat 2 jam ya. Gue mah ini apa tuh namanya menyimak gitu. Menyimak. Menyimak ceritanya gitu.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it. At least someone higher than rank P46.
Mau itu Genshin, mau itu Honkai, gue sering nyimak deh.
The family has some pretty questionable characters. If you ask me, doing business with them.
Kemarin 3 jam lebih, 4 jam malah. Ceritanya New Zealand disambungnya.
So, how about it? This is a rare opportunity. Consider it. You never know, you might even be able to make up for your blunder on your Rillo 6. I'll get back to you later.
Udahan kah? Oh belum.
Seems like it's just one wild ride after another.
Jangan skip be like. Santai bang. Bisa kok, bisa dilihat di YouTube yang lain gitu ceritanya. Skip gak masalah, masih ada YouTuber kok yang rewards. Jadi dapat teman baru. Wow, udahan kah? Yo man, dan dapat berapa? Pengunjung baru. Oh, si Topas nanti ngunjungin gua. Apa lagi lo? Tidak tertarik. Sehebat itu. Mungkin lain kali. Anjir lah, dipaksa. Wih. Baru lagi tuh. Yo gacha siapa tahu dapat kan. Kurang dikit lagi. Ada achievement. Iya, pas 2 kali gacha. Dapat atau enggak nih? F2P bos. Dah, kagak. F2P BTW. Jeliu. Anjir sampo. Baru dapat lagi. Jeliu. Anjir berat, cok. Ah, kocak akun lampas ini emang. Beda aja ada akun ampas nih. Udah gua ngambil ininya doang. Ya batang iya loh. Ini PT berapa dah? 208. Nah. Oke, that's good one. Sekarang gue mau farming apa dulu ya? Perception kali buat si itu si Fusuan. Yo gas. Aduh. Oh, tembak dia. Wes. Iya. Ini mah akunnya ampas, cok. Tapi akun gue yang satu laginya, wah gila banget hokinya. F2P semua. Bukan top up gaming ya guys ya. Apa itu top up? Boom. Dar. You can find it. Oh, I feel it. Tembak.
Pretty good crowd today.
Maya. Beneran. Wah, kau top up, cok. 2 akun kagak top up gua. Kagak top up hoki yang satunya tuh. Yang ini mah akunnya brengsek ini, jelek. Tapi ada Kafka, kebantu sama Kafka doang. Anjir, masih jauh, cok. Nah, gue ganti akun dulu nih. F2P friendly. Bentar gue ganti akun ya. Gue ganti akun. Nah, nih kagak percaya lo, liatin aja nih, Express gue kagak top up, yang lain juga kagak top up gue. Ini ngilang bocah. Tor.
I see all things in human creation.
Boom.
You took the bait.
cok. Oke aja dah.
Free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Boom. Boom. Jangan tuh kabang main HSR kagak. Aduh. Au. Kalau ngantuk ya nggak main HSR gua. Turu. Human creation. Boom. 1 2. Ntar nih, ini akun utama gue nih. Oke, nice. Nih ya, buat tunjukin nih. No, express kosong ya. Onerik no, masih 2 kali semua no. Kagak top up gua. Tapi akunnya musuhan. Signature E1 nambah crit damage. SW signature F2P gue lihat nih SW signature nih. Nah, Silly signature E1. Luoca. F2P gue kagak top up serius loh. Emang gue bohong. Signature. Ini E1. Ini E1. Mampir sih, jelas. Enggak santai. F2P bos, bukan top up bos. Sorry. Apa itu top up? Biar stopas cok.
Hey, it's my first time on the Astral Express. I've heard quite a bit about the hospitality of the Nameless. Shouldn't you be showing me around? I'm just messing with you. Lighten up. I'm definitely not the first IPC staff member to board the Astral Express. I've heard that the IPC and the Nameless cooperated frequently when Akavili the Trailblazer was still around. I've also heard that the board once considered spending a fortune to buy out the Astral Express and to make it part of their business. However, all their offers were quickly declined. Just between you and me, I think declining the offers was a smart choice. Capital definitely plays a critical role in the universe. But if everything in the world revolved around it, then life would be a lot less romantic. Don't you think?
Oke, dapat 10 derajat lumayan. Target gua 90. Anjir, ampas bet. Enggak lah, gua mending ngincer si itu sih, apa tuh namanya, si Daniel dan Hengil. No, Forgotten Hall no. Beres semua gua, anjir, emoce sekaligus beres nih. Nah, F2P bos. Apa itu top up? MOC full star tapi top up. Udah. Apa itu top up? MOC kok modal top up sih, SU bencana swarm kelar semua gua no. Kombonya pengen tahu kombonya apa? Mono quantum mas bro. Mono quantum the best. Kalau pakai luaca lah. Mono quantum is the best combo. Kelar semua cok. Ini toko harta bisa beli apa sih? Masih kurang, so gue pengen beli ini di OT nih, bagus. Apa ini kapal? Jelek amat kapal tuh. Nah, gue udah punya si ini, si Sili. Apa itu kapal? Aduh. Apa ini harmoni? Bisa superimpose nggak? Nggak ada. Ini bisa di superimpose yang mana ya? Hampir semua karakter gue buat sih, cuman ya yang ini nggak dibuat, pince belum lah. Sekarang gue nggak butuh bronnya. Apa tuh bronnya? Fusion S1 aja udah enak, nambah 30% grid damage cok. Skill nambah 30% grid damage, wah mantap kali. Kayaknya gue harus farming lagi dah, kayak ada relik yang bagus juga. Kagak ada yang bagus. Udahlah paling itu doang ya. Gue ntar live ML lagi kayaknya nih, hari Minggu ya. Oke guys, closing ya. Udah 2 jam, enggak 3 jam, berarti tuh 2 jam setengah ya. Oke, gue minta buat salam undur diri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you ya yang udah nonton gue. See you next time in my next